Right now on Up with KREM, thousands are now without a job after defying the state vaccine mandate. A closer look to see if they could qualify for unemployment benefits.
WSU interim coach Jake Dickert getting to work with the team as he prepares for Saturday's game.
I hope everyone can take a step back and look at the big picture.
We've got rain in the forecast today, a break tomorrow, and a wet weather pattern that takes over as we head into the weekend. I'll let you know how long the inclement weather sticks around.
Up with KREM begins now with Tim Pham, Channing Curtis, and Jeremy Legoo.
Good morning. Thanks so much for watching Up with KREM. I'm Tim Pham.
And I'm Channing Curtis. Now we want to get right to this breaking news that we have been following all morning long here on Up with KREM. Spokane police are investigating a fatal shooting in the West Central neighborhood.
So our crews on scene just spoke with police, and officers saying they received a shots fired call earlier this morning. And then when they arrived, they found a body in the middle of the road on Boone.
Now, we asked if they are actively looking for a suspect at this time, and they say that they're in the initial stages of the investigation right now. However, more investigators are on their way to the scene. Police have already blocked off the area at Boone and Walnut right now, so of course drivers are being asked to take a different route if that's the way you drive into work this morning or taking your kids to school even. Of course, we'll continue to keep you updated all morning long here on Up with KREM.
Yeah, and also just a note, this is a very busy area. It's a heavy trafficked area, and so again, if your morning commute takes you down Boone, even Maple, Walnut area, or Monroe, you will want to find an alternate route just because this is a busy area and crews are blocking off the roads. So we'll keep you updated on that.
Absolutely. Now, we're also following a missing child case in Central Washington right now.
An Amber Alert is issued for a missing child and mother in Yakima. Take a look. Here's what who police are looking for. Yakima police looking for a 3-month-old. Her name is Alizario Beza, and his mother, Yasena Mesta. Police believe they could be in a gray 2002 Honda Civic with this license plate number you see there on your screen.
Now, they're believed to be in the car with the child's father, Rene Beza. According to 911 calls, Beza refused to stop the vehicle to let the mother and child out, and he has an outstanding warrant for a felony-level assault against Mesta. Any information, or anyone with information rather, should contact 911 or the Yakima police. All right, let's take a look outside right now. All is calm, all is cool, but some rain is returning to our forecast. Jeremy Legoo is in the Outdoor Weather Center. Jeremy, do we need to bring our umbrellas with us today?
That's a good question. Me personally, when we're talking the rainfall totals that we'll see today, I typically just tough it out. I might throw on something that will block some of the rain, but I don't necessarily even wear a raincoat. That's the kind of rain we're talking today. 52 degrees right now, and when it comes to our warm temperatures, that's as clouds build in. The clouds have kind of taken over. Remember I talked about being able to see the full moon? No longer is the case, and we're already starting to see some rainfall in places like Wenatchee. Moses Lake seeing the clouds take over and now dipping into the mid-40s in Coeur d'Alene and Sandpoint ahead of that round of cloud cover. Wind is expected to pick up here along with the arrival of the front, and we'll hang on to those wind gusts up near 20 miles per hour for a good portion of the day. But notice it's not overly pronounced, it's not overly defined, and it's not really organized. It's kind of a mess. And as it works its way toward us, that means it really kind of falls apart. So we get a few hundredths of an inch of rain. And that's really about it. You can see it kind of trying to squeeze out some of the moisture down to our south, and it'll continue to do so. But notice it kind of falls apart as it moves toward us. We'll hang on to those showers from, say, the 9 o'clock hour until the 2 o'clock hour this afternoon. And then we should start to see a couple breaks in the clouds. And that's when temperatures once again climb a little more. So we stay in the low 50s for much of the morning, and by this afternoon we climb into the mid to upper 50s as the sun breaks through those clouds. But just know it's a little bit of light rain in the mid-morning and probably through lunchtime.
Dozens of former state troopers protested in Olympia on Tuesday after they were fired for not meeting the state's vaccine mandate.
Now, 67 troopers who did not get the COVID-19 vaccine were let go. Supporters placed hats and shoes at the Capitol to signify each trooper that was fired.
Like going to the Washington Memorial after we lose one. because we've lost so many. Sorry.
Troopers account for about 6% of the workforce. Former WSP detective Jordan is one of the troopers fired for not getting the vaccine, and he says he's concerned for what's next for him and his family.
My biggest fear is not my job or my livelihood, but putting food on my kids' table at this point.
So a spokesperson says the agency is working on funding new recruits to make up for the losses. WSP says this won't affect service to the public.
Now, over the last 2 weeks, Providence Healthcare says they've seen an increase in vaccinated workers.
So the agency reported 97% of its staff complied with the vaccine mandate. The remaining 3% of healthcare workers who did not submit proof of vaccination or ask for an exemption were placed on leave. Providence leaders say they are working with these people to help them come into compliance.
Over the weekend, a team of doctors and nurses from the Department of Defense arrived at Providence to help with the growing number of COVID-19 patients. Providence requested federal assistance through the Department of Health, and Providence says they will have more information next week once the team is actively working in the hospitals.
Meanwhile, in Idaho, Kootenai Health reporting a record number of ICU patients. Hospital leaders say 49 patients are requiring critical care. The previous highest amount of ICU patients was 34.
Now, the hospital currently has 123 COVID-19 patients. Idaho's fully vaccinated rate of people 12 and up is 54%. The national average is 57%. It's time now for your morning rush. More news in less time.
The general election is just 2 weeks away. Early voting now open in Kootenai County. You can vote now at the Elections Department. Early voting goes through October 29th. Voting hours are from 8 to 5 o'clock. Then on Election Day, November 2nd, the polls will open from 8 in the morning until 8 at night. More students are heading down to Moscow, marking a 5-year high for enrollment at the University of Idaho. More than 11,000 students are enrolled this semester, which is almost a 5% increase from fall of 2020. Now, U of I saying affordability is bringing in more out-of-state students, which is boosting diversity on campus. The university wasn't able to completely escape the impacts of the pandemic, with freshman retention down about 2%. Airlift Northwest opened a new base at Tri-Cities Airport to help with medical transport services for UW Medicine. The new base started operations with its Pilatus at PC-12 turboprop airplane. The University of Washington says the plane can maneuver in tough weather conditions on either side of the Cascades. That's your morning rush. More news in less time. Let us know what's happening in your neighborhood by using the hashtag #UpWithKREM on social media.
Or a medical issue comes up, they do investigate.
As the Washington state vaccine mandate takes effect, can those who were fired for not getting the vaccine file for unemployment benefits? We hear from an employment attorney on if they can.
And this year might be one of the best years we've seen for fall colors around the inland Northwest. Coming up, I'll explain the science behind why leaves change color in the first place. And we're going to take you outside, talk rain returning to the forecast, and how long you can expect the inclement weather to stick around.